Okay, Kalamalka fly fishers. Here we are again at home still. The fly we're going to be tying is going to be a pink bug. It looks like this. Okay, and you can also do it in an olive or any other color you prefer. Okay, we're going to start by putting on some lead. Now we're going to use the sheet lead, which you can buy, and then just take an old pair of scissors and cut some strips off it. It's got a backing on it. You take the backing off and it's got a sticky side to it, quite sticky. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put the lead on. We're going to start it about there. Just hold over your nail. You can get a hold of it there. Okay. Like so. Don't pull too hard on it, it'll break off and you'll start back. Now if you want to put extra weight, you can actually run this back again. Just past center. Like that. That should be alright. And then just take your thumbnail and any bumps, you can straighten that all out. Like that. Okay, next we're going to put on the thread, which is a white ultra thread. This is a 70. I'm just going to put on there, build that head up a little bit there. Cut off the thread. Okay, I'm just going to go up with the thread a little bit here. Like so. And then I'm going to put the wire on. The wire is a small red wire, copper, I guess, but it's red. I'm going to tie this on the side facing me. Just going to go about halfway down. Then I'm going to take this wool. Now this wool, I've taken a regular size wool and separated about 3 different pieces, which makes it about the right size you want. Just going to even it out there a little bit, so it's all nice and tidied up. And you can trim off the tip there. I'm going to tie this on the side as well. I'm going to tie that back towards the tip. Now I'm just going to tie it all the way back, and that wire is going with it. And I'm going to return the thread to the eye. Now I'm going to put a half hitch in here. Frayed my thread there a bit. Okay, now I'm just going to take this wool, pull all the fibers nice and even, and start wrapping it towards the eye. And you could even overlap it a bit there near the center. Gives it more shape. Like that. Okay, then I'm going to tie it off there. Now I'm going to put a few wraps underneath it there. Just lift it up and put it underneath. And then I'm going to go back a few wraps towards the back. The reason I do that is because when I cut this off, I don't want to cut my thread, because I'm using the very tip of my scissors, so it cuts really short. And then just tighten it up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to put a half hitch in there just to make sure everything stays there. Okay, now I'm going to take this wire and I'm going to wrap it once, and then wrap it the same direction as the body material, and then work your way towards the front and leaving a fairly wide gap just before the eye. Okay, you see my thread's frayed there, so I want to make sure I don't pull too hard. Okay, now we can take this off, like so. Then I'll get my wood finisher. whip finish it there like that. Build up a little bit of a head there. Then you cut that off. Okay, and that's it for the body shape. Okay, now what we're going to do next is we're going to take some UV resin, just about out here, and we're going to put it right along the top, like so. Not too much, it'll sag down the sides too far. Now you can just get your bodkin and check it, make sure it's not down uneven there. Get some there, scoop a little there, put some, make sure it's around your eye, behind the eye, make sure you don't stick it into the eye, of course, something like so. Okay, now you, you can shape it a little bit more if you want, like so, and look too bad, I guess we can leave it like that. Now I'm going to take my lamp, UV light, and put on there, like so. The battery's a little bit weak, so it takes a little longer, a few seconds normally. There you go. That's close enough. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rub this tiny little film that remains on there. I'm going to take that all off. And then I'll be able to put this pink marker and color the body. Make sure you just put it on the resin. Don't put any on the wool, on the body. This marker's not very good. It's pretty much dried out. But we'll get a little bit on there just to show you how it's done anyways. You can get a better marker, spend a little more time. Like so, makes it better. Yeah. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead here. Okay, got that done. Then we'll take a brown marker and we'll mark the head on top a little ways back. Then you can do the bottom under the eye a little bit, close to the eye as you can. Okay, something like that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take a razor blade. You can use this type of razor blade, or you can get yourself a little scalpel like this. It's excellent, works really, really good. It's small, easy to get in there. Just cut a few fibers in between each rib, like that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Velcro comb and comb that out, and the legs will come out. But before I do that, I'd like to get it dry first. So I'm going to put it aside. Oop. To dry. And once it's dry, I can always put another coat of pink on there and comb that out. Okay, now I let these dry a bit here. Put it back in the vise like so. Okay, then I'm going to take my Velcro brush. Got a wired one here, and just brush out the legs. so. Like that. That's not too bad. Okay. Now what I like to do, once that is done, is coat that with some nail polish, some clear nail polish. Now really be careful you're not to put too much on there, it'll glue up the legs. So just a thin coat over the top, like that. Now when that dries, it'll be nice shiny and should stay in position. Everything looks pretty good there. So now I'm going to take that off, set aside to dry. I got one more here. I'm going to do this one too. I had a couple prepared ahead of time. Like so. Okay, now I'm just going to brush the legs out. If you do brush the legs out before, it tends to get some of that color smeared on there. So I'm just going to coat that like that. Okay, that's all there is to it. So I'm going to do it like that. Now if anybody has any flies they'd like me to do, let me know. Hopefully you all are safe and healthy, and we'll see you at the club sooner or later.